morning students, welcome back to my class, food production class. Last class we learned about the food safety. We continue with the food safety because the food safety is a very important thing. Before we learn how to cook and what to serve to the guest, we have to know about the food safety. We have to give hygienic food and a good food to customers, or we have to just aware of the food poisonings. Food safety is a very important thing in productions. The common cause of the food poisoning is cross contaminations. Cross contaminations, it's happened when there is a bacteria transport to another food or a cooked food. If there is a raw meat, there may be lots of bacteria. When you use the knife or chopping board, it comes contact with the cooked food or other seafood. It may be chances of cross contamination for bacteria transport to the another food or the cooked food. Maybe there is a chances of the food poisoning. So that's very important things, that you use everything separately. You keep everything separately. Your cooked food in a separate place, your uncooked food separate place, your vegetables separate place, your perishable item in a separate place. There in the kitchen there is a large chiller or a cooler where you have the rack for the every things. So you have to keep everything separately. Mostly the cooked food and uncooked food. I'll just teach you about I teach you about the danger zone. You have to know what is a danger zone. There is a graph of the danger zones. There is a temperature 0 to 100 and 0 to minus 15. It continuously go down. What happens in the 0 degree Celsius? The bacteria, it's become ideal. They don't have the movement. It means there are very less bacteria. Till 5 degrees Celsius, there are the less chances of your in a 5 degrees Celsius, there is a less chances of your food get spoiled or cross contamination, because in a 5 degrees Celsius there is a very less movement of the bacteria. So what happens when temperature increases? The bacteria gets its warmness, and it's very good atmosphere for the bacteria to grow. What happens? It becomes like a nuclear reaction. When temperature increases, it's spreading like a nuclear. In a 5 degrees Celsius, there may be very less bacteria. Maybe it will not harm us, human beings. But when 5 degree crosses, the bacteria gets its very comfortable environment, and it start to spread like a nuclear chain. 1:2, 2:4, 4:8. So what happens when it reach 40 degrees Celsius? Bacteria are getting food from food, and they have the very good climate to thrive. So what happens? It is spread in a large amount. So there are chances of the food get spoiled. So what happens when it crosses the 60 degrees Celsius? What happens? Then bacteria start to slowly die because of the contact of the heat. So when it reaches the 100 degrees Celsius, there will be no bacteria. So bacteria all get killed. So what happens after 60 degree? When we cook the food, when it crosses the 60 degrees Celsius, the bacteria start to die. So it's safe to eat. When you cook the food as a chef, when you serve that food to the customers, you have to always check. There is a thermometer with the safe every safe. So you have to check your meat, your everything before you serve to the customers. If it crosses the 60, if 60 is a safe, it's crossed 70 or 80, it's very good. So there will be no bacteria. There will be less bacteria, which is not harmful. So it's always safe. Below the 60 degrees Celsius, there is a chances there are lots of bacteria, so there are chances of the maybe food illness. So before you serve food to the customer, always cross check with your thermometer. Then what happened when 0 degrees Celsius to 5 degrees Celsius is the safe temperature where we keep everything, perishable item, vegetable in the fridge, everything. When it crosses the 5 degrees Celsius, what happens? The bacteria get everything and it start to spread. So it's not safe to keep your food in that temperature more than 2 hours. If you keep your food in that temperature more than 2 temperature, the bacteria, your food will be spoiled. So what happens? Minus degrees. When it comes to the minus degree, like a -5, -10, -15, it's the safest things where there will be no activity of the bacteria. So mostly we keep like food like a longer period, like a fish, like seafood, like a food we don't get, like a salmon fish. If we having here a restaurant, we're serving salmon fish, but we don't have any fish, river or the sea. We have to import from the America. We can't import daily. So what happens? So we import that in a bulk. So we keep in a deep freezer, minus temperature. So we can keep that food for the longer period, like 2 or 3 months. So there will be no activity of the bacteria in the minus degree Celsius. Till 5 degrees Celsius, it's okay. More than a 5 degree, your food, the bacteria will thrive, and your chances of food get spoiled are higher. And the food and bacteria, if bacteria activity is more, the food poison chances are much higher. So minus 5 degree, it's okay to keep your food, and above the 60 degrees, it's okay to eat your foods. In the 40 degrees, there will be a bacteria growth very much, so it's very dangerous to eat. That's why it's called the danger zone. From the 5 degrees Celsius to 6 degrees Celsius, it's called the danger zone. So you have to need that temperature, you have to know about temperatures. So now we come to the cross contamination. So how cross contamination happen? When your any bacteria transfer from one food to another food. How we can prevent the contamination? Prevention. So how we prevent the cross contamination? First thing is, before every staff, before we enter the kitchens, after enter the kitchen, we should wash our hands thoroughly, because from our hands we bring the bacteria to the kitchen. So there are lots of bacteria in our hands which we can't see from the naked eyes. So it's necessary to wash your hands before you enter the kitchens. So you touch the food, touch the cooked food, uncooked food, your knife, equipment. So it's very necessary to wash your hands before enter the kitchens. Second thing is the personal hygiene. I said always you should wash your hands, take bath every day. You cut your nails, trim your hairs. Don't wear rings and the watches, because maybe in the rings there will be the bacteria, so which transported to your food. So there are the chances of the cross contamination from your hands also, nails also. So don't wear the nails, get rings, cut your nails, and take daily baths. And important thing is wash your hands always, and use clean and sanitize all work surfaces. Always in between the walk or after the walk or before the walk, always sanitize your place, always clean. Don't make your table, walking place unhygienic, and always use sanitize and clean before you go to the home or before start work or in between the work. Always keep your place clean, because in a dirt, if their place is dirty, garbage bin is there, the food lying on the floor, your table is there, are chances of the bacteria grow. If that happens, the food poisoning chances are much higher. All of you going to work in the very good hotels or the very good companies or the cruise or the airline, so there the standard of the hygiene is very high. You are not working in any dhaba or any roadside kitchen. You will be going to work in a very standard kitchen. So the standard of the hygiene is very important, because you have to sell a coffee or any plate of the rice in a 2,000 rupees per plate. It costs gold. So it's our responsibility to give a good food, a hygienic food to our customers. So always sanitize your things and always use clean equipments, utensils, and use separate equipment. And use separate equipment, it means like when you're handling a meat, most food poison occur in the kitchen is when we handle our seafood. Seafood is the mostly reason for the food poisoning. So when you handle the seafood, that time you need to be careful. From the other meat also food poisoning happens, but mostly from the seafood the food poisoning happens. So what happens? Always use separate knife, like a butcher to cut a meat. Use separate knife to cut seafood. Use separate knife to cut vegetable. Use separate knife. And chopping board. Chopping board is a very important thing. What happens at our homes? What we use? A chopping board. We cut vegetable. We cut everything from there. In a hotel, we use different chopping board. So how we know that that is mean for the meat, that is mean for the vegetable? What happened in the hotels? There is a color. There is a color for every food. What happens? Seafood. If I have to cut seafood, so what happens? There will be lots of chopping board. So I have to pick a blue one. So blue means a chopping board where I have to cut a seafood. So if there is a green one, so what it means? I have to cut all the vegetables and fruit in that thing. So for every food items, there will be a separate chopping board. So you have to use that thing. So from that we can prevent. Like if I use for the red items, red chopping board is for the meat. If I use meat chopping boards, and I use separately for blue chopping board for the seafood, there will be less chances of the food poisons or the cross contamination. If I use a red meat chopping board, I cut meat, buff or the beef meat or the chicken, I cut there. After what happens? If I take seafood and I cut same use same chopping board and I cut, what happens? So from that meat there will be bacteria transport to the chopping board. So it may transport to the seafood, and there will be chances of a cross contamination. Cross contamination happen. It means food poisons. So we need to prevent that food poison, and the safest things to stop the food poisoning or the contamination is to cook your food thoroughly. I mean cross 60 degrees Celsius. When you cross 60 degrees Celsius, what happens? Your bacteria will start to die. So when it does the 100 degrees Celsius, totally food there will be no bacteria, but it's safest to more than 60 degrees Celsius. So you always cook your food thoroughly. So cross contamination and a danger zones is a very important topic. Before we start to learn cooking, we have to learn about the food poisoning regions, hygiene. So that's a very important things. So that's all for today, and Thank you. Hope you all of you are learning. If you have any query, I already said, please send me the message. Or if you want to learn any topic, please send us the message or the link. And you can contact us or call us. And that's all for today. Thank you. See you in next class.